Welcome, guys. Happy Monday. Happy Martin Luther King Day. CrypNoFUD. Let's jump right into it. All right. So I feel like I've been neglecting the Cronos actual coin token, and we are gonna look at it today and see what's going on. Because if you're big into the Cronos DeFi, obviously we are believers in the Cronos coin, their native coin, and we want to see this thing thrive and just get back to where it was at. So I have a 6 month chart of Crow up, and I wanted to point out some things. It has seen some very nice growth in the last, I would say probably about, looks like in the last 2 weeks is when it really started to catapult up, as pretty much everything else has been doing. But if we can see, it's up somewhere around 45% from the New Year's. So that's awesome. If you see this little bowl, it's not as big as like Bitcoin and ADA and all the other big cap coins, but you can see they're all kind of forming this big bowl. And if you were able to buy in somewhere, in this bowl somewhere, you're probably going to end up coming out, in the green. If you didn't buy and you've been holding, which is no problem, obviously it's good to see that this thing is actually retracking back up. So I wanted to point out some key levels. Right now we're sitting at about 8 pennies. If you see right here on my screen, that's actually a previous slight support level when things were getting bad. It hit some support somewhere around 8 pennies, 8.1 to be exact, and that's about where it's sitting right now. And it's kind of getting rejected, but like I've always said, you want to keep testing those rejection spots, and basically eventually the rejection will turn into some kind of support if we can keep testing that level. So if we are able to break through that 8-1 spot, I do see us going somewhere around 9.5 cents, and that's going to be a big resistance point, because that's where it was before when we saw this really big drop a while back. This was in November. We saw this really big drop, got some support around 8 cents, and it got rejected when it tried to bounce at about 9.5 cents. So I'm thinking it's going to do something like that. Might not be exact number, but somewhere around 9.5 cents if we're able to continue to pump. Now, this is only if we're going to be moving up. If something happens with the market and we start heading back down, then we'll start talking about some kind of support levels. But right now, we're talking about on our way up, what we're going to see as far as rejections. And the next rejection point I do see, if we're able to break this rejection spot that we're at right now at about 8 pennies, is going to be 9.5 cents. Now, the good news after 9.5 cents is there's not really much other than when we start getting to, if you see, we slap this support at around 10 cents even multiple times, 1, 2, 3 times. And it looks like it bounced every time from there, other than falling whenever this big fall. But this was when the whole market, I believe this is when this fall right here was when the owner of Binance, CZ, was trying to point out that something was going on with crypto.com, that they moved funds, is when they transferred $500 million worth of Ethereum over to a cold wallet storage that they owned. He tried pointing it out, trying to do an FTX kind of thing, like, well, you guys better be careful. And a lot of people, even major YouTubers, were like, I'm pulling out of my Crow and all this crap, because they're all followers, and I don't blame them, because after everything that happened with FTX, it's like, at that time, if you go back in this period right here, everybody was scared crapless, because if you had any funds on an exchange, you don't know what exchange was going to get hit next. So I think we're kind of past that. You never know, life could throw a curveball, and other things can happen. But I'm just explaining, this is why this unnatural drop happened. So we're going to probably see those people that sold out, just like with FTX, with Bitcoin and all that stuff. That's why there's a bull. I think a lot of these people are coming back into the markets after the smoke cleared, and they're going to be grabbing their they don't, I mean, I'm sure they don't care to buy back in at where they sold. They look at it as, at least I was able to save myself and I got my position right back to where I was at. That's probably what a lot of them are thinking. So I do see Crow Cronos jumping back up to about after it, like we talked, this 9.5 spot. If we're able to break that level somewhere, finding some kind of resistance around 10 cents, and hopefully it can break that and find that as some kind of support. We'll take small steps right now. If we do see from, let's see here, from where we're at right now, 8 cents up to about 9.5 cents, you're looking at another 18% gain just off of that. And if you remember yesterday I pointed out that it was sitting at around, I don't remember exactly, but I said basically if it was going to, oh, this wasn't Crow. I was talking about something else, and I'll point that out in a minute. It was MMF. But Crow, because this is my first kind of video that we pointed out on Crow. So getting into the weeds there. But like I said, so just to reiterate, 9.5 is going to be our next resistance. If we can beat this 8.1, and then 10 cents is probably going to be our next spot. So we'll stay posted on that, and we'll see. MMF, I wanted to point out, this thing is doing great. It's doing awesome. That's why I just came out with a video just last night, and I'm already, continuing, because as long as we're going to see these movements and stuff like that, I'm going to keep giving you guys updates, because I'm not really doing live right now. So I'm just trying to make videos as they come, and you guys can look forward to every day. If the market continues to do great and we're not just stagnant, then I'm going to be coming out with new videos, multiple videos every day on different coins. And if you guys have any questions on any particular coins that I'm not covering, let me know in the comments. I definitely will check them out, do my research, and we'll find spots that, as far as resistance and support, what we could be looking for. Now, MMF, yesterday I did call it out, not toot my own horn, but I said we're going to see some resistance around 1.4. That's where if we're going to continue up, that's where we're going to jump. And man, I even called it. I said it's 15% gain. And look at this. If you can see on my screen, sometimes it doesn't show all the way to this right side, but it's up 15% since yesterday, just like I called it. If you see this bull, this kind of happened, if y'all remember, MMF dropped because something was going on with the devs, but they backtracked and they were gonna, do something else with the project. But I think they saw the support that's with MMF, and they're gonna continue to thrive on here. So MMF's looking great. Let's see here. Next support that I see, or maybe we can say resistance, is going to be somewhere around 8.1. 1.8 cents. So you're looking at, if we map that out from where that's at to about 8.1, you're looking at about 25% from there. It's going to be a big, big move. This is only if the market continues to thrive and go up. That's what you're going to see. Right now, you got to fight this resistance, which is going to be a big resistance spot at 1.4, because this was a lot of support. This was a lot of support here. It sat on this level for, let's see here, about 2.5, 3 weeks here. So to break through that, it's going to take a lot of, a lot of momentum. But I think MMF will eventually break through it. And the next spot we're going to be looking at is about 1.8 pennies. And then we'll speak from there. From there on, you're probably looking at somewhere around 2.5 cents if we can continue up this journey. So we'll see. Keep you guys tuned. Next, I did see someone asking, they wanted me to break down Croking and everything that's going on right now as far as everything that's new and what they're going to be implementing with the project. I don't have all that ready, so I don't want to give out anything. So what I suggest for a lot of people is join the official Facebook page, the official Facebook page, and also the Discord and Telegram. That's where you're going to be. You can actually ask the devs live right there, and everybody that's in there will help you out in regards to any questions that you have. Might be a little bit more knowledgeable than myself right now, because I'm still, I'm familiar with the dev team and stuff like that. But as far as like anything that they've implemented or anything that's going on as far as new right now with Croking, I don't want to misspeak or anything like that. So we're just going to go over the charts real quick. As far as yesterday, so when they migrated to the new coin, they dropped down to about 35 cents, right? And then you saw a nice move up to about 45 cents, and it was kind of like, teeter and tottering. And then out of nowhere, I believe like 2 days ago, it dropped. It dropped big. You saw it drop from up here down to here, and you're looking at a 41% drop from right here. That means somebody or some multiple parties were sold a lot, right? For it to drop that much. And I didn't even see when it was down to 24 cents. I saw it when it was like around like 30 cents. And I was like, damn, I should, load the bag up. And I ended up not doing that. And now from that 24 cents, it has bounced back up almost 60% at around 38 cents right now. So it looks great. You're going to see these crazy Jurassic jumps and drops because right now Croking's trying to figure its support and resistance right now. This chart, if you see it's basically, it came out on the 11th of this year. It's 5 days old, So as far as like TA or anything like that, we don't really have anything. The only thing I can say is we found some support somewhere around 24 cents so far. So we'll see how that goes. Maybe if you see another dip down to 24 cents, not financial advice, could be maybe a good buy-in. But if it retests that 24 cents, it could break it and possibly drop back or drop down. Where? I don't know because these are uncharted waters. I don't know. I don't have anything to work off of in regards to any kind of support. So take that with a grain of salt. Be careful if you're in this project for the long run. A big 40% dip could be a good buy-in. Don't throw all your money in. Maybe DCA, start off with some good foundation, and then possibly just if it continues to drop a little bit more, you can kind of slowly dollar cost average in. Remember, you're going to be buying this off of Crodex. Crodex in your DeFi wallet, it's a swap. You're just going to go into Crodex, and you're going to be swapping your wrapped Crow or your USDC, anything like that, swapping it into Croking. Remember, there is a you're gonna have to change the what is that? That there's like a fee that you have to change. I'm forgetting. Oh, the gas fees. So sometimes you have to move it up to like 10-15% for the buy order to go through. I'm gonna have a video in regards to all that coming up soon, just so we can have a little tutorial in depth as far as any of these coins, how to actually buy in, and I'm gonna show you the process. So I'm gonna leave it there, guys. Everything's looking good. If you can see right now, volume 7.5 million. That's fantastic. This thing keeps just moving up. As long as that volume's moving up, these projects, if they have good foundation, good fundamentals, and a good dev team, they're going to be moving up with it. So I'll leave it there. Thank you guys so much. Hope you guys have a great Monday. I'll see you guys a little bit later.